Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 1 maths. The chapter today we discuss that is sorting, ordering and classifying. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using your email and the passwords that are provided by the administrator. Select math from the subject app and scroll down to the grade 1. Here are the list of the chapters, and we are on the chapter 15, that is sorting, ordering and classifying. Now let's discuss the first lesson of the day. So here is the first lesson, that is put numbers in orders. So from this one, all right. So here we are just going to discuss the numbers in form of orders. Okay. Like sometime we are going to discuss the numbers in form of least to greatest, and sometime we discuss it from greatest to least. So let's start. For example, here are some numbers here. I'm going to write it. Let's suppose I'm going to write it here 20, then 15, then I'm going to write it 22, and here is 24. And they are saying that you just need to write all these numbers in form of least to greatest. Okay. So what does it mean? It means that, look at here, we are just going to write the number starting from the smaller and then move to the big one. So if here are some numbers, so what is the smaller number in all of it? 20, 15, 22, 24. What is the smaller number in all of it? So it means that this least mean small number. Okay. Greatest mean move to the big numbers. Okay. So here is 15 is the smaller one. Now 15 removes. Now let's discuss 20, 22 and 24. What is then smaller in all of it? That is 20. Now look at here, these two numbers 22 and 24. What is the smaller number in both of it? 22 is smaller or 24 is smaller? So as we can see that 22 is a smaller one. So I'm going to put it here 22, and then let's move to the 24. This is the way we are just going to write down from least to greatest number. Alright. Okay, let me just write one more question related to this. You guys tell me the answer. For example, I'm going to write it here, the numbers, that is 10, then it's 19, then it's 24, then it's 35, and then it's 8. Now you guys tell me from least to greatest. Okay. What does it mean? It means that first of all you're going to write all these numbers in form of least to greatest. That means you check it out, what is the smaller number in all of it firstly. So let just give me a second. Okay, so What is the small number in all of it? It's 10, 19, 24, 35, and 8. So first we write down the smaller one. So, so what is the smaller one? It- the smaller one is here, that is 8. Okay, I'm going to put it here 8. That is a smaller one. Now check all these remaining numbers. It's 10, 19, 24, and 35. What's the next smaller number in all of it? You guys tell me. So the next smaller number is 10. Okay, now 10 is removed here. Now in these three numbers, what is the smaller number in all of it? I was just checking my mic. So that is 19. Good. And now from the next two, 24 or 35. And that would be 24. And then it's 35. This is the way that we are going to write down the numbers. Okay. From least to greatest. 8, 10, 19, 24, and 35. Now let's write a question related to greatest to least. Okay. Like first we write down the bigger one and then we move to the smaller one. If I'm going to write a number 70, 82, that is 4, then 16, and then we're going to write it here 29. Now you write down greatest to least. Like we are going to move from bigger number to smaller number. Okay. Now here we discuss from smaller to bigger. Here I'm going to write big to smaller number. Okay. So what is the bigger number in all of it? First of all, you guys tell me the most biggest number in all of it. The bigger number. 70 is bigger, 82 is bigger, 4 is bigger, 16 is bigger, or 29 is bigger. Which one is the bigger number? So as we can see that 82 is a bigger one. Okay, so the first number I'm going to write it here 82. Now what comes next? 70 is bigger, 4 is bigger, 16 or 29. That would be 70. Now these two numbers are removed. Let's check these three numbers. What is the bigger number? 4, 16 or 29? Which one? Everyone tell me in the chat please. Everyone write your answer in the chat. So that is 29. Very well done. Then it comes next, that is 16, and then it's 4. Very well done. Okay, let's do one more question related to this. Okay, this time you guys tell me the answer. So this is the way that we are going to move if the written is like that way, greatest to least. So first we write down the bigger number, then we move to the smaller. If they are saying that write down least to greater, so first we're going to write down the smaller and then we move to the bigger numbers. Let's write it here. So I'm going to write the question here. You guys tell me the answer this time, okay? These are all the numbers. Now you guys tell me. So you're just gonna write down greatest to least. So what is the greater number in all of it? So that would be 42. Then this is the greater number. Now what comes next? Everyone think about it. What comes next? That is this one, which is 39. Then what comes next? 25, 5 or 9. What is the greater number in all of it? That is 25. And in both of these, 9 is greater or 5 is greater? As we can see that 9 is greater, then in the end we write 5. This is the way we write down greatest to least numbers. Okay, now let's discuss the test questions. Alright, now let's discuss the test questions. So here are some numbers. You guys can see that. Put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So the numbers are 15, 25, 21 and 28. They are saying that write all these number in form of least to greatest. Okay, first of all we're going to write down here some numbers. That is 15, 25, 21 and 28. And the question is write least to greatest. Okay, so first of all you guys tell me what is the least number in all of it. It's 15, 25, 21 or 28. What's that? It's 15. That is the least number. Then what comes next in all of these? What is the smaller number? That is 21. Now from these 25 and 28, what is the smaller? That is 25. And then in the end, that is 28. Okay, so this is the answer: 15, 21, 25, 28. Let's see where it is. 15, 21, 25, 28. That is option C. And yes, this is the right answer. Okay, now let's write all these numbers. Put these numbers in order from least to greatest. That is 3, 23, 11 and 10. So 3, I'm going to write it here. 3, 13, 323, sorry. 23, 11 and 10. Again write it least to greatest. So you guys tell me what's the least number in all of it? What is the smaller number in all of it? 3 smaller, 23 smaller, 11 or 10? That is 3, which is the smaller number. Now check in these 3. What is the smaller number in all of it? That would be 10. Now only left these two numbers, 23 and 11. These two. So which number we're gonna write? That is 11. And then what comes next in the end? That would be 23. So let's write an answer: 3, 10, 11, and 23. Okay, 3, 10, 11, and 23. That's the last option. Now this time you guys solve it and then tell me. Put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So first of all, you check in all of it, what is a smaller number? Everyone tell me in the chat. 23 is smaller, 4 is smaller, 25 is smaller, or 29 is smaller? That is, 4 is a smaller one. Now tell me what comes next. What is the next smaller number? 23, 25, or 29? That is 23. So the first option is 4, 23. In all of it, there is not 4 and 23, okay? What comes next? That is 25 and then 29. So let's go with this one. So here is the right option. Hope you guys understand this lesson. So solve the rest of the test questions regarding this lesson by yourself. Okay. Now I'm going to repeat the basically questions again. What we do in that one? First of all, we're gonna write the numbers here and then check the number from least to greatest. It means that first of all, we write the smaller numbers and then we move to the bigger numbers. So here are some numbers that are written: 20, 15, 22, and 24. So first of all, we check all these numbers and then write down the smaller one. Then we move to the big one. Okay. And if the question is like this way, greatest to least. So what does it mean? It means that you start from the greater number, bigger number, and then check what is the bigger number in all of it. Then again, what is the lower bigger number? In this way you're going to move. All right, hope you guys understand this lesson. Now let's start the next lesson. Count shapes in a Venn diagram. So how many shapes are squares? Okay, so look at here the question that is given. This is basically called the Venn diagram. Look, if you have like this way, there is a square box, and inside of this there are some circles. Okay, so this kind of figure is called Venn diagram. All right, now in the first question they are saying that how many shapes are squares. So you guys counted how many squares are given here. You are not checking like the different colors, you just check the shapes. Okay, like how many shapes which are square. This is a square shape. All right, and this is the shape of the circle. This is the shape of square, and here is the shape of circle. Okay, this is the shape of square, this is the shape of the circle. Now let's see, we count it. Okay, look, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, and 5 squares. That's it. I'm going to draw figures here, then you guys tell me. So here I'm going to draw a Venn diagram. And now I'm going to draw the triangles. And then circles. So first of all, you guys tell me how many circles are there. You guys check and tell me how many circles are there. So how many total circles are there? That is one circle, two circle, three circle, four circle, five circles. Okay. And also six, seven, and eight. Very well done. These are eight. And if I'm going to say how many triangles, these are the circles and how many triangles? Look, one, two, and three. So these are only three. So the circles which is given, that is eight, and the triangles which are given, that are three. Okay. All right. Let's discuss the next shapes. Okay. They are saying that the color is also. Sometime if I'm going to draw a basically figure here, if you have question like this way, so, and I'm going to say that so you guys tell me how many shapes which are in black, that are black in color. Sometime they are just saying that how many the shapes. Okay, they're saying that circles or triangles. Sometimes they're saying that how many shapes which are in same color, that is black. So you guys count it and tell me how many shapes which are black here. Count it. So let's see. This is a black 1, this is black 2, this is black 3, that is black 4, that is black 5, this is 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the black which are 9. Okay, now you guys counted how many red? Count it. How many red in color? Which is 1, 2, and 3. Very good, everyone. Okay, then look at here this question. How many shapes are purple? Check it out. How many shapes are purple? Everyone tell me the answer. How many shapes which are in purple in color? That are 1, 2, and 3. These are total 3. Okay. Now let's discuss the test questions. So look at here the first questions. They are saying that how many shapes are green. Now this time you guys counted. There are some options. It's 5, 4, 3, and 2. First of all, we check it out. How many shapes which are green in color? Count it, everyone. You guys count it and tell me the answers. How many shapes which are in green? It's 3, 5, 2, or 4. Okay, so check it out, everyone, and then tell me how many shapes or how many basically figures which are in green. That are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Two circles and two triangles. Okay, that are green in color. So these are total 4. And here's the right answer. Now let's see how many shapes which are in purple. So you guys counted how many shapes are purple? Check it out. Then you guys tell me how many shapes which are in purple. The one is here circle and two triangles which are in purple color. The remaining two are green. Okay, so these are total 3. Okay, how many shapes are orange circles? Look, they are not saying how many shapes are orange. They are saying that how many shapes which are orange, but they are also circles. Okay, sometimes the question is like this way. So look, if they are saying that here I'm going to draw the triangles, then here a circle, here are the green circle. So and the question is how many shapes which are green? Okay, the color is green, but that are circle. So you just check it out how many green circles are there. You are not checking how many shapes which are green in all. You just check how many shapes which are green, but these green are circles. So let's see how many shapes which are green circle. This is 1, that is 2, and that is 3. So this is only 3. But if they are saying that you just count down how many shapes which are green, so that would be 4. Okay, but if they mentioned you write down the green, but that green are circles, so you just only discuss these circles. Okay, same like that here. How many shapes are orange? Look, when we count the orange shapes, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But they mentioned here orange circles. So how many orange circles are there? Only 2. These 2 are orange circles. So we go with these 2. Okay. How many shapes are orange? Now you count it in total and then tell me how many shapes which are in orange. How many shapes which are orange? Count it all. There are 2 triangles, 1 square, and 2 circles. And this circle is a blue. This is a different. So when we count all, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So the answer is 5. How many shapes are squares? Now here they are not mentioned the color. You just check how many shapes which are square. Like how many shapes are square here there. So the shapes which are square. So let's see. Maybe they are blue or maybe they are green. But you just count it all together. So how many of it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here we go with this 4. Hope you guys understand this lesson. So what we have done in this one, look at here the 3 shapes. We are just going to first of all we distinguish how many the different shapes. Maybe sometime they are saying that how many circles or how many triangles. And maybe sometime they are saying that the colors, how many colors, how many black colors in all of it. So you just count all the black colors, okay, figures. Sometimes they are saying that how many the color which is green, but they also mentioned you just discuss with the circle which are green in color. So you just check it out how many circle that are green, so you just mark that one. Hope you guys understand this lesson. So discuss all the lesson question by yourself, okay? And now discuss the last lesson of the day. Sort shapes into a Venn diagram. So this is just a basically thing that you are going to check. Let's see the next mixed operations. Okay. So here we can start the first lesson, which is addition and subtraction, ways to make a number. So the remaining Venn diagram, this is just a practice for that. The same thing we already done it, okay? So now here. So we just way to make a number. Sometime we just add it, sometime we are going to subtract it, okay? And then to make that number. So they're saying that how do you make 3? There are some options that are given. All right. If I'm going to write it here, some numbers. Let's suppose I'm going to write how do you make 5? Okay. We just make it here 5. So the one thing that you are going to do, first I'm going to write it here 10 plus 1. I'm giving you some options here, okay? Then 10 minus 5. This is option B. Now the C option is 8 minus 1. And the option D is 4 plus 2. Here are some options. So you just solve each option separately and then write the answer. First we solve 10 plus 1. What is the answer of 10 plus 1? Count it on your fingers. 10 fingers and then one more. So what it becomes? That is total 11. Okay. Now let's do this one. 8 minus 1. Draw 8 lines like this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take away one line. How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 7 is left. This is also not an answer. Now let's do this one. 4 and 2. It's addition. First draw 4 lines, then draw 2 lines, then count it all together. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here the answer is 6. This is also not an answer. Let's do this one. 10 minus 5. Draw 10 lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you take away 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So how many lines which are left? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5, and this is your right answer. Okay, this is your right option. All right, this is the way that you make it. Sometimes they are not giving you any option, sometimes they gave you some options. Okay, all right, let's do one more question. So they're saying that how do you make 4? All right, so now we make 4. Now you guys tell me which two numbers are added. Here we are just going to addition. Which two numbers are added, then you get the answer 4. Which two numbers we add up, then you get the answer 4. It's 2 plus 2. This is 4. Okay. And now you guys tell me which two numbers are added. You are not getting the answer 4. It may be different numbers like 10 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, any number. When you add, you are not getting the answer 4. Okay, now let's do one more question. You make 6. I'm giving you some options here, just like the. For example, how do you make 6? Okay, there are some options. Let's see. The first option is 1 plus 4. I'm going to write it. Then it's 0 plus 6. Then the option is 0 plus 5, 8 minus 1. 0 plus 5, 8 minus 1. These are all the options. This is option A. This is B. This is C. And that is D. Let's solve each option separately and then we see. So 1 plus 4 is, draw one line, draw 4 lines, count it all, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is 5. So it means that here is not an option. And 0 plus 5 is 5. Any number that is added with 0, you can get the answer of that number. So this is also not an option. Let's see 8 minus 1. Draw 8 lines, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take away one line. How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the answer is 7. And this is also not an answer. Now here is 0 plus 6. So it means that 6. And this is our option. Let's see 0 plus 6. This one. So how do you make 8? Okay. Here are some options. This is given. How do you make 8? First option is 10 minus 2. Option B is 8 plus 2, 12 minus 5. 8 plus 2. Option C is 12 minus 5. And option D is, what's the option D? That is 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3. Now you solve each option and then tell me the answer one by one. Okay, starting from the option D. Everyone solve it and then tell me. Start from the option D and then just solve it one by one. 10 minus 2, 6 plus 3 first of all. What is the, okay, this is answer is 8. Very good. Now tell me what is the answer of B. What is the option B? That is 8 plus 2. So 8 and then you are adding 2. So it becomes, draw 8 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw 2 lines. Add it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. So this is not an answer. Now 12 minus 5. Draw 12 lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. Now 6 plus 3. Draw 6 lines, 3, 4, 5, 6, and draw 3 lines, count it all together. This is 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is also not an option. If first answer is correct, so you just go with that. Okay. So here we go with 10 minus 2. Let's see. And this is the right answer. Okay, now you guys tell me the answer of this. How do you make 2? Everyone solve it and then tell me, please. Now you guys solve it and then tell me the answer. So the first option is 1 plus 2, 7 minus 5. How do you make 2? Okay, first option is, let's write an option 1 plus 2, 7 minus 5. It's 1 plus 2. This is option A. Option B is 7 minus 5. Option C is 8 plus 2 and 8 minus 5. This is 8 plus 2 and here is 8 minus 5. So let's write all the answers, then see. So 1 plus 2. What is the answer of 1 plus 2? That is 3. Okay. So this is not an answer. 7 minus 5. Draw 7 lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take away 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many left? 1, 2. So there are only 2 left. So this is our answer. Let's go with that. 7 minus 5 is 2. So how do you make 4? So here is the question. You solve it now, okay? Hope you guys understand this lesson. So today we discuss the grade 1 maths. The first chapter today we discuss, that is sorting, ordering and classifying, the chapter 15, and then we discuss the chapter 16, only one lesson from that. Okay, hope you guys understand this lessons and all the questions. So before starting the next session, you guys make sure to practice all these questions. So see you in the next session. Have a great day, you all. Bye.